Good morning, good morning, good morning. What up, YouTube? Yeah, we got some shit to talk about today, don't we? Let's go. So you have to forgive me for yesterday. I couldn't get the video out, even though I already had the answers. I was just bombarded. I had 3 clients coming in from Spain and 1 from Mexico, which that's a whole nother fucking catastrophe right now. But I got some answers. So for all those that got the email, followed up by the text message from Tasha or Tanya or whatever it was, I think it was Tanya, I took it upon myself to text back. Didn't know if it was going to be a bot, or, a group text message or what. But she actually texted me back. So as I stated in the original video, part 1, and I'll post that here if you're interested. The question I had was, well, where do you want the chauffeur license? Dade, Broward, or Palm Beach County? Her response back to me was, either one, it didn't matter. Even though she never mentioned Palm Beach County, she said it could be either Dade or Broward, chauffeur license. So then I responded, well, okay, I can upload Broward. I didn't have to worry about Dade anymore. But then within seconds, I got another text message with a link to upload not only the chauffeur license, but COI. And if you don't know what COI is, that's certificate of insurance. So now, not only do they want you to have a chauffeur license, they want you to carry commercial insurance. But here's the thing with that. Why would you carry a chauffeur license and commercial insurance if you weren't already a business? See, now I'm thinking. For those of you who don't know, in Orlando, the top shelf, what we consider Lux and Lux SUV, down here in Dade, Broward, Palm Beach County, up there, all those requests go through a company called Mears. Mears is a legitimate licensed taxi cab, executive car / limo service. So guys that are driving like down here that we get Lux Black, Premier, up there, it doesn't even show up on our app. We don't get those requests. So that brings us back to the text messages from yesterday. As we were going down and I questioned, oh, now you want me to have a COI as well? She was like, yes, upload those documents and then we'll get back to you. Well, she also said in that text message, she mentioned the word compliance, that Lyft is going to come into compliance. So that really got me thinking. Has Lyft and Uber, have they been operating out of compliance with the upper platforms? Notice Uber never went Uber Black. Although I hear before I was driving there was Uber Black. I don't know, you'd have to talk to rideshare David about that. But they operate as luxury. Now, you go into these building departments and these transportation people, and I spoke with the head of transportation for Dade County for over an hour. Sweetheart, very knowledgeable, very good people. The terms that they use, the way they name their platforms, could that cause them to be out of compliance? I mean, think about it. Why would Uber change the name of their platform from Lux, which they're doing away with, create a similar platform with a little bit better cars and call it Premier? And there was a time when Lyft had Premier, and then they got rid of it and they called it Lyft Lux. And then they introduced Lyft Lux Black, Lyft Lux Black XL. So are they needing to rename their platforms in order to come into compliance? At first, I figure Uber was just trying to make more money, right? We talked about that in some previous videos. But I think what it is maybe the limo companies have finally gotten through and, they're flexing their muscle a little bit with the counties. Or maybe the apps were giving a time frame to come into compliance, because it's awfully funny how Uber's cutoff date for Lux is July 1st. Now, things either go into effect The first of the year or the first of the middle of the year? Now, back to the original subject, Lyft. So Lyft is asking if you have a chauffeur license and if you have COI. And because you're already an independent contractor, maybe, just maybe, Lyft is looking to grab some drivers to service those upper platforms without them being legit companies within the counties. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to pay, that middleman like Uber does with Mears. Because I'm sure Mears got to make some money off the shit. They ain't going to just give out their drivers for free. You know what I'm saying? So, it's an interesting thing that's going on. I guess my bottom line is this. I don't think it's worth it. For the average driver out there that might be driving the upper platforms, I don't see it being worth it to carry that $4,500 to $6,000 a year insurance. Because that's what it's going to cost you. Just to service the upper platform. Right? I think what will happen is consumers, once we get past all this corona shit, consumers will continue to use Premier because we know Uber is pushing everybody to Premier that uses Lux. They're allowing Lux to surge and Premier not to surge. And Lyft will wind up pushing everybody into their Lyft Lux if they remain that name. That's what I think is going to happen. So, if you got any questions, any comments, anything like that, just hit me below. Subscribe, you know the routine. And be smart. Don't go for the okie doke. Right now, continue to let that smoke clear and the dust settle. Peace out.